What's going on, guys? Josh Ansys. If you guys like this video, or if you haven't seen any of my other videos, go check them out. I answer a lot of questions on stocks, all that. Some of this is more of a motivational type video, or just a concept towards success. So make sure you guys subscribe, like the video if you like it. What I'm going to talk about today is how one success leads to another and failure leads to another. It's a chain reaction, and the big point that it relates to is to first starting out, you know, setting small goals so you can have your successes start building up, and two, to be smart with the decisions you make to avoid mistakes. I talked about this in a webinar the other day. If you guys watched the Super Bowl, this last Super Bowl that occurred, Falcons and Patriots, we had a Super Bowl party. Remy was there, Royke was there, Paula, Brendan, I think someone else was there, Hugo. The big thing about that whole thing, we were watching there, and we made even some sports bets. Again, we bet $5 too, so don't come at me with that. Don't put that evil on me. But the thing was, at third quarter, there was a crucial play, but the Falcons, they should have just ran the ball. They could have killed more time, put it in their position, but they chose to pass, and it was incomplete, and it led to a fourth down. Right when that occurred, I told everybody there, I was like, Patriots are going to come back and win it. Because that one little failure that they had led to the next failure, and then led to the next failure, and the next failure. Because how it works, and it's a lot like stocks, it's a lot like business. Sometimes people, sometimes you have money now. Let's say you have 10K saved up, 5K, 2K, and like, I want to put it into stocks. That may not be the best idea. But what happens, let's say you put that $2,000 in, you now lose half of it. That's one failure. That failure is going to now puts you in a whole different situation that's going to make you act a certain way. It's going to make you more aggressive, or it's going to make you back out completely, or you're just going to be really dumb, because now you're acting in a situation where you're already down half your money, or you lost all your money. And now you're going to, after you lose $2,000, now you're going to be like, oh shit, now I need to make quick money to get it back. So that one failure just led to you now making a second bad decision. Then after you make that second bad decision, it's because of the position you got placed in from your first and second bad decisions, and so on and so forth. That's how it works with failure. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's why I recommend, be smart and go slow. That's why investors are worried about what they're going to lose. The true investor, that's from Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. That's Warren Buffett's mentor. And when they talk about that, it's so prolific in the sense that you need to have that emotional framework, and this is part of it, to be smart and wise enough and patient enough. Because if you understand, when you make a failure, you save money up, and you lose that money you worked and saved for, that is going to change the whole dynamic of your situation, and it's going to make you act in a way different than when you were like that before. And that's why usually, object in motion stays in motion. That's why people who succeed continue to succeed, and people who fail continue to fail. And so now it's on you. And if you're in a cycle of failing, you got to stop, start over, and now go after small success. Because now the same thing works on the opposite. When you're going for success, it's simply a matter of one small success leading to another. So if you want to go make 6 figures in here, you want to become a millionaire, you can't start by setting your first goal as I want to become a millionaire. No, it should start small. Let's say with trading, it shouldn't be I want to be the best trader in the world, I want to be making a living trading, and you haven't even done it for a couple months or a year. The first small goal should, I want to be able to be successful at trading with fake money. Or even say I want to make all my trades, I want to not miss a trade for the week. Because then that one success is going to lead you to decisions in the whole emotional framework to make small right decisions, and then you get that one success. Now you have momentum. That's just how life works. It's even if you go look at charts of companies, real estate, the stock market, their cycle. It's just like, because when people start selling stuff, that's what happened when the real estate market crashed. People started selling their homes because the next person was selling, and then the next person was selling, and then people were getting panicking, selling begets selling, and then the same thing when you have a bubble, buying begets buying. So it's just, so when you're having success and failure, you got to look at both, but it's to aim small, and then once you start building those first 5, 10 small successes, make $100, make $100 in a month. Now go for $100 in 2 weeks. Now $100 in a month. Make a week without making any losing trades. Be successful trading 3 months on fake money and come out with a profit. Those are all very small successes. If you accomplish that, you're gonna start building momentum to start now making smaller trades. But you just can't have a big appetite to be going for the home run every time, because then, well, let's say you swing and miss 3 times, you strike out, that's a failure now. That failure now is gonna lead to another failure in life, and vice versa. So you guys gotta start small and set yourself up for success. You know, nothing is worse than having somebody set up for failure. You know, we were doing an interview, and I was actually giving some real estate leads to some of the guys. They were giving them some training in how to go about the real estate market. And I would see some properties, I wouldn't let them call on it, because I said, this one is gonna be hard for you. It's a really high price range. You know, it's gonna be hard. I do not want to set them up for failure. But a lot of you, you know, I don't control your life. You are a man, a woman, you're a grown-ass motherfucker, you know? You are gonna make your own decisions. I encourage you to set yourself up for success. Don't put yourself in a position to lose. And by setting yourself up for success, go for the small ones. Small ones, now a little bigger, but don't try to go from 0 to 100 real quick. You know, you're not Drake. It's cool to go 0 to 5 miles. Understand how to drive the car in residential. Now understand how to park a little bit. And you know, fuck, when you do the driving test, they make sure you know how to turn your signals on. Like I'm doing that on the freeway, but you know, they make you know what all these buttons are, everything. Those are small successes. That's where you guys have to focus on. You start small, one is gonna lead to the next. And you keep up the momentum. Just look at sports. Look at anything in life. When people get momentum, they start doing good. When people start doing bad, they start failing. It's because of this concept. So hopefully you guys understand that. And hopefully, you know, I'm just saying this as an encouragement to make you guys go about it the right way. And really, just don't rush things. You know, you'll see that video I did with Ricky. You know, you hear his logic on it. It's just like, whoa. You know, the guy's planning a couple years out. You know, it's not, he understands that it's going to take time. You know, for me to get where I was, you know, the first couple, 3-4 years, that's what it took me. You know, I traded at 14 to really know what I was doing and have my money start to really grow for me. It took me about 3 to 4 years by the time I was 17, 18. And when you put that into context, you guys are starting new. You have technology which could speed things up, but it doesn't mean you could start taking bigger steps than is necessary. Because when you're trying to set too big of first goals as your success, it's going to be hard. And imagine you set a big first goal, and let's say you hit it, because that's why sometimes early success is bad for people. That means your next goal of success, with you've only accomplished one success block, you need to hit that next big one. Holy fuck. Other than that, even if you get a success that's not as big as that, you're still lower than where you were. You know, that's even with stocks. If a company grows too fast, too big too fast, I don't want to invest in it sometimes, because maybe it's saying, hey, they did a lot. For them to do that after their first, second, third year, they're gonna have to really step it up, and quite frankly, they haven't had the time. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, and hopefully just encouragement to be patient, be smart, and just ultimately set yourself up for success. Do not set yourself up for failure. Success leads to more success, small successes, and failure leads to failure. So stay in school. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, give me some video ideas. Love to hear from you guys. Gladly make any videos you guys want, so holla at me. Stay in school.